This is something that's going around social media, and we decided we want to talk about this. Did Shakur Stevenson and Jaron Boots Ennis violate the code by sparring Jake Paul and Canelo Alvarez? Now, first we're going to take a look, and this is a language warning too. By the way, complex. We're going to listen to. We're going to look at what this guy Platinum Facts tweeted, and then we're going to listen to what Shakur Stevenson had to say, and then we're going to get to what Jaron Love had to say, and then Timothy Bradley's response. But this is what Platinum Facts had to say. Well, first let's listen to what Shakur says in the video, and then I'll read his response. But here we go.
I wanted to fight him and beat the downfall. I didn't want somebody else to go beat the nigga and I'ma cheer and be happy and like I ain't that type of nigga. Honestly, when the no disrespect to the Mexicans or any other races, but when a black nigga is fighting a Mexican and I don't know the Mexican and I don't know the black nigga, 9 times out of 10, I'ma cheer for the black nigga. When and it's the vice versa with Mexicans. Mexicans support their people. So when Ryan and Devin was fighting, I know both of them. I done fought Ryan, I done sparred Devin numerous of times. I know both of these dudes. But truthfully, I'm in my brain cheering for Devin just because of the fact that he's a black young nigga. Um, I don't think he come from the hood like how I come from, but he's still a black young nigga. His father from the hood type shit. So um I'm cheering for like Devin. I'm not even with all the animosity, all the shit. And I know even if the roles was reversed, I don't know if he would have done the same for me. But I'm just not that type of nigga. I'm not hating on no nigga. I'm not that type of nigga. So um after the fight, I wanted to.
So you heard what Shakur Stevenson had to say. Oh, I didn't mean to stop. Let me get back to that. So the guy, Platinum Facts, responded to what Shakur Stevenson had to say, and this is what he wrote. Platinum Facts said, "Truth be told, at Shakur Stevenson, you really a fake as ninja. Say all this to turn around to help a white boy versus a ninja like you. This also shows your mindset, and it confirms you was one of the one in Bud Camp talking ish about Jaron Ennis helping Canelo before their fight. You a two-faced bozo." All right. So that's what he wrote. You can see the writing there, and this is what there's a lot that you can discern from the way that was written, by the way. But I'm not going to get into that. All right, let's go to what Jaron Love had to say about someone criticizing black fighters about helping Jake Paul, particularly Timothy
Yo,
Bradley.
yo, what up, though? This message is for Timothy Bradley, one of the guys that have given us some of the greatest fights we've seen in boxing. Criticizing black fighters for going to camp with a white guy or a Mexican that is going up against a black guy. That is stupid, bro. That is the most clownish shit I ever seen because boxing has never been about race. It's a universal sport. Different race have given us some of the best fights in boxing. But here you are, a guy that has contributed to that, critiquing black fighters for opening up doors and different opportunities and so on and so forth, bro, because black? Get the fuck out of here, man. That's some clown shit, and we can't allow no shit like that. You know, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So if you didn't mean it that way, that's how it sounded. Man, get your shit together, bro. You married to a Mexican. The fuck? You been stepped out the box if you want to critique that shit.
Yo,
Really, I love said what he said, and Timothy Bradley responded. Okay, so this is what Timothy Bradley had to say, and these videos appear courtesy of Fight Hype. Subscribe to Fight Hype TV. This is what Timothy Bradley had to say. Let me bring it back to the tippy top. Right, here we go.
Yo, Tim the Storm Bradley, you already know the rest. Jay Leon, what? Bruh, for real? You you want to come at this? Boy? Are you kidding me? Yeah, boy. Come on. We can't even speak the same language. We don't speak the same language, bruh. For real. Shit. Boxing Hall of Famer, 5-time world champion. You ain't never even touched a strap. Never even got close to a strap. And you trying to come at me? Come on, bro. There's levels to this, bruh. Yeah, there's levels to this. Oh yeah, even on the damn mic, bro. You should have just been quiet, just like you have been for the longest time. Just shut the hell up. Let me do what I do. Yeah, intercept it. Oh yeah, intercept it, fool. This had nothing to do with you, idiot. Had nothing. But now you in it. Now you in it, Jay Leon. You in it now. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, you in it, bruh. For real. I ain't never seen somebody that looked like you on camera. Clean your lens. Clean your lens. You look dirty. Clean your lens. You look dirty, my boy. Yeah, go take a shower. Go get a shave. You look like a bum. Straight up. Yeah. So, look, check this out. I meant every word I said. Yeah, you want me to spell it out for you? SELLOUT. Do you need me to say it slower for you? Because I think you're a little slow. Yeah, I really do think you're a little slow. You don't get it, do you? No, I'm not going to sit here all day and explain it to you. Just look at the history. You don't see what's going on because you got your head so far up Jake Paul's ass, you can't see nothing. Yeah, man, I tell you what, 2-for-1 special. You ever heard of that? 2-for-1 special. I'll whoop your ass and Jake Paul ass in the same damn night. 5 rounds apiece. Both of y'all ass. I'll whoop both of y'all ass. It'd be the first time in the history of boxing where a trainer get his ass whooped and this damn pupil. Yeah. I'm serious about this too, bruh. For real. But I already know. It ain't gonna be no phone call because y'all already know I'm a real one. Yeah, I stay on the grind. Absolutely. Yeah, and I don't play. I don't play boxing, big dog. I don't play around. Yeah, I'm not sitting here fighting no 30 pounder and then fighting this guy and fighting the dude off the couch. No, Nah, dog. I fight the real. That's what I did. I've done it my whole damn career, yo. For real. But I slap you around. And then when it comes to my wife, I almost forgot. When it comes to you talking about my wife, what the hell wrong with you? Boy, yeah, you get checked. Don't ever bring my wife into this conversation in boxing. Period. Fool. Don't ever do that. The last time I checked, you got your ass whooped by a Mexican. Yeah, his name is David Benavides. Mop the floor with your ass. I ain't never lost to no Mexican in my damn professional career. Never. Fool. So, yeah, when I see you, oh, yeah, it's checkity check on the spot. Yeah, don't ever bring my wife's name up. Fool.
So this this is serious, like so complex. Just what are your thoughts on this whole code? If you're a black fighter, you can't spar and help Jake Paul prepare to fight against another black fighter, or you can't spar Canelo and help him prepare against another black fighter. And what's your thoughts on this whole madness that this is turned into, and Timothy Bradley going after Jay? I love. Oh, one thing I want to throw out though: Timothy Bradley's available to replace Gervonta Tank Davis if need be, apparently. But what's your thoughts on all this?
Oh my God, that's a lot. Okay, yeah. Let me start from the beginning. I don't think it's a big deal for sparring. Is one thing. It's not like he's giving him the sauce. He's like in your camp and then going to another guy's camp. That's selling out. Sparring, guys have literally sparred like since forever, right? We don't live in segregation times anymore where it's like, no, you can only go to this gym and fight with these kind of people, and then you can only go, honestly, boxing was one of the sports that broke the racial barrier like way early, like in the probably late 1800s, early 1900s. So black guys been fighting white guys and every other race since forever because it's like, who's the best man in the world? You said what?
I said I forget, like the champion from Nova Scotia in like 1800s, like you're saying.
Yeah, right. So that's not a thing. Obviously race is going to play a factor in it. This in our American society, unfortunately, it does. But I've trained in martial arts gyms and boxing gyms. These guys of all races. You mean to tell me by just training with a guy of another race, I'm selling out to um what? What are we talking about? Like by training, if I'm training with a guy who's gonna fight a guy of my race, I'm selling him out. What does that mean? I didn't even know that guy, right? I know my training partner because me and my training partner have had years of experience together. I'm a root for my training partner because I know him. In this case, even on the professional level, guys get paid to train. It's a job. You bring me in to spar, we fight, we train, and we leave. He's not coaching him. He's not. And what's more, it's not like in this case, Shakur being working with Jake Paul. Did Shakur ever work with Javante? Is he in Javante's camp? Does he know Javante's secrets? Is he giving away the sauce? No. So what is the sellout here? What is it? Is it just simply for the fact that because he's black, he shouldn't help another a white fighter help win a black? Like it sounds terrible. It sounds stupid. Like from just a standpoint of like rooting for somebody, you're right. In a fight, we're gonna go to our basest instincts, and you're probably gonna root for the guy who looks more like you. That's it is what it is, right? If you agree or not, but that is what it is. But for you to say like in sparring, you can't go to somebody's camp and help them spar. You're getting paid. Sometimes you get incentive to go in and beat the other guy up, right? You get paid if you can knock him down, you can do certain things. So that's all ridiculous. In terms of honestly, with between Jay Leon Love and Timothy Bradley, I agreed with Jay Leon. You made a good point. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, when it comes to like the business side, it's just business. It's not about the race. It's not about whatever. You can't say he's a sellout or whatever. If Timothy Bradley wants to be this race protector or whatever, right? Like, it's about the race, it's about the brothers and stuff like that. Then cool, but then at the same time, Jay Leon made a good point. I'm not a person who likes to bring in personal life or your wife or kids, but you didn't. If you're married outside your race, it goes back to the point. Dr. Umar would be like, "You don't find that suspicious?
You don't find that
suspicious? I mean, which is just to say, which is I think the point.
My butter almond queens, my
right.
Vanilla pecan queens, my.
I don't think Jillian was trying to come at your wife or disparage your wife. I think the point he was trying to make is if somebody made the argument against you that you're a traitor to your race because you married outside of your race, which is marriage, which is like a covenant, that a huge contract, right? That you're a traitor to your race for marrying outside of your race. How can somebody be a traitor for just training outside of their race, right? For just going to camp. That's like a 6 weeks or however many weeks you're in camp or whatever you leave. You might even root for the guy. You might even like him. You just say, I'm here to train or whatever, we leaving. So that's I can't believe it. But no, when it comes down to like training, especially when you're getting paid for it, it's your job, right? It's your job. It's not like Shakur wants Jake Paul to beat Javante. He probably doesn't care either way. He probably honestly thinks like Javante's about to knock this dude out, but let me go get some money right real quick, right? Like let me go train with him and get some money right quick and get out of here. I don't know. The whole thing is devolved, obviously with Timothy Bradley and whatever, but no, it's not. You're not a traitor to your race for training with somebody. That's such a ridiculous notion, and I hate that that's even a conversation.
I've never thought that this would be where a discussion would go. But seeing how like fanboys have been getting more and more involved in the sport of boxing, I'm not surprised that we're here now. What shocks me is that Timothy Bradley, of all people, would join in this discussion. Like, wasn't Diaz his trainer? So he said he never lost to a Mexican, but he fought a Mexican. And Yoel Diaz, I believe, was his trainer. So Yoel Diaz, a Mexican, was training you to beat other Mexicans. Were people viewing him as a sellout? How many times have we seen a white trainer with a black fighter or a Mexican trainer with a black fighter or vice versa? So now we're putting sellouts in this. So to me, that's one thing that's crazy. So you look at Emmanuel Stewart, not Emmanuel Stewart, Sugar Hill Stewart. when he's training Tyson Fury to fight Deontay Wilder, he's a sellout? Like, what are we talking about? Also, if you've ever been in a boxing gym, you know that a lot of styles derive from one where people come from, mainly because their physical attributes lend towards fighting this style. So if you're a black athletic fighter, you develop like a slick boxing style because that's what your skill set lends towards, right? A lot of Mexicans, they have like the Mexican style. That's because that's what their skill set, their conditioning, their what their ability allows them to, the way their ability allows them to fight.
Also, how they grew up culturally. That's what they
Exactly.
saw and emulated.
Exactly. Culturally, that's what they idolized. That's what they emulated. Again, like you said, the black fighters, what you saw, what you emulated, what you idolized. But a lot of it, like again, is based on your genetics, your DNA, just what you've seen crossover fighters, like you've seen some Mexican fighters who box like traditionally what would be viewed as a black style, and you've seen some black fighters fight what would be viewed as like Mexican style. Then you got a guy like Triple G, who's from Kazakhstan, but he Mexican style. He grew up
Mexican style.
idolizing Mexican style, right? But the point that I'm making is Jaron Boots Ennis is a slick boxer, very talented, very athletic. If you are going to be a champion and a damn good one, you better learn how to fight against Mexicans. Look at Floyd Money Mayweather, one of the slickest boxers. He fought so many Mexicans. He learned how to fight against Mexican style. Well, where do you think you learned that? In the gym. You learn how to fight against Mexican style in the gym, just like the Mexicans learn how to fight against slick black boxers in the gym. When I fight a Mexican fighter, I'm not helping him. I'm not giving him the advantage. I'm learning how to fight a Mexican fighter. And in turn, he's learning how to fight a black fighter. That's what it is. We're helping each other. We're training. We're not fighting each other. So why the hell do we care? I'm trying to get better. He's trying to get better. We're fighting to learn. And you have so many different styles in the gym, and that's what it's about. So you take Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis is about to fight Virgil Ortiz, probably. We think. Well, I get to spar Canelo, one of the greatest Mexican fighters, if not the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. I say no because right now he's in training camp to fight Bud Crawford. It has nothing to do with who he's about to fight. It has everything to do with what Jaron Boots Ennis can learn and how he can improve himself. Same with Canelo. Canelo is about to fight someone who's athletically gifted, slick boxer, everything. So it's mutually beneficial for us to spar each other. They're not looking at it like, oh, you're Mexican, bro. This is stupidness. It's dumb, right? Because I'm telling you, if that's the way you're going to view it, you're going to have a bunch of fighters who aren't prepared to fight each other. If every Mexican fighter in the world said, "Oh, your next opponent's Mexican, I can't spar you," you're going to have a lot of black fighters who aren't going to be prepared to face Mexican style. And if every black fighter, "Oh, sorry, I got to stick to the code," we're going to see a lot of horrible fights. The quality of boxing is just going to go down. Like, what are you talking about? It's important to see all different types of styles in the boxing gym. So you're talking about, oh, just sticking to the code. Now, if you want to say, what is Shakur Stevenson doing going to spar Jake Paul and the Tank? This is a spectacle. If you're Shakur Stevenson, you don't want to be a part of the spectacle. Shakur going to spar Jake, how many followers does that get him? That gets him, that adds to the storyline. So again, I don't understand where this whole code thing is talking about because to be honest with you, it's never been a code. Since the beginning of time. Look at Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder was in camp sparring Vladimir Klitschko. Anthony Joshua was in camp sparring Vladimir Klitschko. The young champions, they go, they spar. Moses Atoma's been in there sparring guys. When you are a young up and coming fighter, what you do is you go and you spar the champion. That's a tale as old as time. That's what people have been doing for years. So now all of a sudden there's supposed to be this code where if you're a black fighter, you can't spar someone if they're preparing to fight a black fighter. This is my problem with fake fanboys infiltrating the actual boxing fan base, because that's a fan base, that's a fanboy argument based on you're glazing Devin Haney or you're glazing Terrence Bud Crawford. That's not a boxing fan argument. A boxing fan understands why. Someone who's actually competed in the amateurs like I did understands why. Like, you understand why this is necessary. So you don't go in the ring looking stupid the next time you have to fight someone who fights Mexican style. Anyway, I think it's ridiculous. I don't know if you have any thing you want to add to it.
I just wanted to add, yeah, I just wanted to add one thing, because honestly, I hate when these conversations turn racial, especially in fight sports. Like even with like Ryan Garcia going off on racial rants or whatever, and Tiafimo doing the same thing, you know what I mean? And or like Paulie Malignaggi, like this to me is like on the same level, just on the other flip side of it, right? For this reason, I've trained in martial arts. I mentioned for a large part of my life. I wrestled in high school. I trained in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, MMA. I've got guys that I've trained with who I consider brothers. We went through so much together, right? Different race to me, different background, whatever. But we going through that kind of training, going through those kind of trials brings you together. And I feel like there's a brotherhood in a gym, right? And any kind of gym where you train long enough with somebody, that person becomes like family to you. And the fact that you can now turn on that person afterwards, after you shared that kind of experience with them, and then turn on them because of whatever feelings you have in that moment, or you can just make these blanket arguments about them, right? I don't care who you are. If you're in a boxing gym, you're probably trained with a Mexican guy, a black guy, a white guy. I don't care where you are in the world. There's somebody probably, unless you're like, I mean, I'm sorry, in America, outside the world, maybe because you're in that country, is only those people. But in America, I guarantee you, there's people in your gym who are different race than you, and y'all trained together, and y'all bled together, and y'all fought together. So any kind of like prejudices or whatever, or assumptions you would make, you can't make that because a real life person. You train with them, this guy, you see him every day, but you want to still make kind of these broad based assumptions about people based off whatever. It's really sad, and I hate people who would turn on their own, turn on people like that. So when I see somebody like a Paulie Malignaggi or Tiafimo making these comments about the blacks and whatever, it breaks my heart because I'm like, I know there's a black fighter, I know there's a black trainer who probably put everything he can into you because he loved you, because you were training partners. And vice versa. Timothy Bradley, you just mentioned a good point. Joel Diaz was his trainer for how many years? So is Joel Diaz a sellout or what? What are we talking about? That man spent how much of his life trying to make you a better fighter, a world champion, and now you're going to turn on him black shouldn't help other. It's like, what are we talking about? It's so brain dead. It just is incredible. So I just say that to say, please, people, in general, racists are generally like this. They know somebody, like they make these assumptions because in their head they built up a straw man that they want to fight against. But in reality, the people that they know, it's nothing like that. Exactly. You talk to a racist, oh, black people like this, but hey, the last 5 black people you talked to, were they like that? No. Well, it's like they saw a video online and it set them off, and they want to they'll go on a whole rampage. But the actual black people they know in their life are nothing like that. You know what I mean? So. Yeah. I just hate that. I just hate that stuff. But yeah, I'll wrap it up.
You remind me of something though. Terrence Bud Crawford has a Mexican trainer on his staff. He has a Mexican trainer on his staff. He has Mexican friends. One of his Mexican friends was the one who told him, helped him with his entrance, and told him like what to add to his outfit so he can be more authentic when he was coming out as a Desperado. Now, you're telling me the Mexican trainer on Bud Crawford's staff is a sellout? Because he was training Bud and he was rooting for Bud, and Bud's Mexican friends, they know Bud. They love Bud. They've been around Bud. They don't give a damn that Canelo's Mexican. Who gives a That's their guy. What are you talking about? Like y'all are crazy, man. I don't understand. And for Timothy Bradley, I'm not coming at him because his wife is Mexican. But what I'm saying is you of all people should understand love is love because you married a Mexican woman. So you should understand that some things are bigger, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, for me, I don't really care about any of that. The question is, can you fight? And if you spend your time only sparring people that are the same race as you are going to be in a world of trouble when you turn pro because everyone doesn't fight the same way. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know if you have anything
No,
else.
I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Well, let us know what you think in the comment section. And you like f all that, stick to the code, or do you
You
understand
Dr. Umar
what we're
like,
saying? Hey, I find these brothers suspicious.
yeah.
But anyways, let us know what you think in the comment section. We appreciate you rocking with us. Corner to corner, Caden and Complex. Wow, peace.